Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. We are going to do one of the most requested videos that I have for clay. I have quite a few for clay. I'm starting off with this one. Oh, let me take this out before I jam myself in the back. Okay, so we're going to be working with polymer clay today. I have quite a few videos on polymer clay. I love polymer clay. This happens to be SKYPE. It comes in a package where you get different colors and samples. Let me grab it to show you. It comes in these kind of boxes where your clay is in your craft store, and AC Moore, Michaels, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, you know, those kind of things. I think even Walmart sells it because Walmart sells a lot of craft items now. So you get these blocks, and they are about this big. So this is great for people who are starting out, who want to have a variety of colors. These are 10.8 ounces, and you get, trying to see if it tells you how many it comes in at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 12 different blocks of clay. So that's really great. And that's what I'm using today. Of course, you can use any clay you have. So we're going to do a leopard cane. Now, leopard is so much fun. I love leopard. If I could be drenched in leopard 24/7, I would. But we're going to start off, and I'm going to throw white in it because I want white to really make it pop and show you exactly what we're going to do. And this is a fairly simple one. If my camera would, there we go. Fairly simple one. So it's a great one to start out with. Suggestions before we start, or before you start. I don't have it here. You can get some, a viewer gave me some wonderful tips. You can get a ice, what are they called? Ice pack. And you can lay it where you're working, put a rag over it or a paper towel so it's cold. And when you're done with each piece of clay in your cane or in whatever you're working on, you can set that on there to keep it cold. Something that works for me is forming my clay in the way I want it. And before I go to slice it, or even before I go to put it all together, I leave it sit overnight, or, you know, in my art room where it'll firm up, or I will throw it in the freezer for 10 minutes, in the refrigerator for 15 minutes, just so it firms up. What happens is the warmth of our hands, the warmth of the lights, the warmth of the weather makes these very pliable, and they will kind of smush together. Do you know what I mean? Where we want them to kind of keep separate. So that's tips that I can tell you. This stuff is non-toxic. You can wash it, you know, wash it off with soap and water. And I'm using very basic colors today, and we're going to get started. So first, I always work light to dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these back, and I'm going to use white in between it because I want them to, I want the white to pop, to make everything pop for you so you guys can see it. You don't have to use white. You can just stick with your basic colors. Or if you don't want to use gold, you can use a light gold. You can use off-white. You can use whatever colors. These are just the ones I grabbed. You can use pink and purples. You can use blues. You can use grays. You can use whatever you want and really make it your own. So all I'm going to do is I'm warming up. If you don't have a pasta machine, I suggest taking... This is my way of doing it. When it's still in the plastic, stick it under your arm for 10 minutes. Walk around, go get the mail. I don't know. Do something. Just sit there, watch a video for 10, 15 minutes. Put it under your arm. It will, of course, warm up, and that's what you want. You can sit on it. You can do what I'm doing, take it out of the package and just kind of play with it in your hands. Put it through your pasta machine. Roll it out with your rolling pin. There's plenty of rolling pins that you can buy. The dollar store sells them, you know, that are specifically for working with art. So that's one thing that we shall do. So I'm just going to roll this out. The mat that I'm using is made for clay. It is essentially a craft mat, like my normal craft mat I have underneath here that I work on. The reason I'm not using that right now is because I was too lazy to wipe it off and get all that paint off, because the colors will pick up the paint. The clay will pick up the paint from my mat. So I just have my own type of mat. something, you know, you don't have to have it. For 79 cents, you can go to your home improvement store, Home Depot, Lowe's, even probably Sears. You can buy a unglazed ceramic tile, which I have many and I've worked on many, except it's back there and I got to crawl back there to get it, so I'm not getting it today. Which you can also work on and you can bake on. You can also bake on this. You'll just lift this up, put this on your tray, and then put it in your oven. So that's kind of, you know, a few little things to get you started. So I'm just rolling this out. And I want to keep it fairly thick at first until we get all our pieces together, and then we can kind of straighten it out. So I'm just rolling it, and that's all you're going to do. And then I'm going to stretch it just a bit. I'm not going to cut this yet. While I work on the other ones, this will sit and cool down, you know, to the air temperature in here a bit, so it won't be as mushy. Okay, so we're just going to lay that bad boy there. Simple, right? So far, so good. So let's take, I like to go light to dark. We're going to take our, this is gold. This could be tan. This could be whatever color you want. You can add, I might not even add gold in here, but I'm going to get it kind of ready too. And I'm just going to make it into a shorter, fatter block. Just kind of working it a little bit, getting my warmth of my hands on there so it's more pliable. And that's all I'm going to do with that one. I'm going to do the same with the brown. Now this one's kind of firm, so I'm just going to warm it up. Just for a minute, you just want... Now, you can... the thing is with the... I like to use SKYPE. I also have tons of Fimo, tons of Primo. They're a much harder clay, so when I'm having... A lot of you have trouble with your hands like me, so I like to use the SKYPE. Because the SKYPE brand, because it's made, it says it's for like it's student grade. Like sometimes you buy paint, it's student grade rather than professional grade. Fimo and Primo, to me, when I make dolls and that type of thing, I like to use it just because it's a little harder of a clay. But at the end of the day, I buy what's on sale. I'm not really picky. And SKYPE for me, they also have souffle SKYPE, which I did a video, a review on. I will put that in the video somewhere that you can click on for that review and see what the SKYPE souffle is like. They sell that in those containers I just showed you. They are fantastic. I was blessed enough from the company to be able to do review for you. They sent them to me, and I've done a giveaway with one. So it is a great, great, great clay, especially for people with our hands, you know. So, okay, so that's warmed up, and I'm going to put that there, and then we're going to go with our darker color, which is black. Apparently getting out of frame. All right, and this one's a little firm too, so I'm just going to do the same thing. And it warms up very quickly. That looks a little vile sitting there. Like my dog was in here, or my cat. I know. I know, not everybody likes my sense of humor. All right. Now remember, pick whatever colors you want. Reds and blues and pinks and purples and oranges and blues. And I mean, really, you can go all out. Think of it, you know, you can do so much. You can do so much. I get so excited about these things because I love clay, and I'm not always able to use clay. So when I'm able to, I really like to go all out. And like I said, I make dolls, I make jewelry, I make all kinds of stuff just because I love to. And it just lets you be creative. Okay, so those are our pieces of clay. I don't know which one looks more poop-like. Okay. So first what we're going to do, we're going to leave our white alone. Now, my suggestion as well is, I'm just giving you some tips. You don't have to do anything I say. Have a wet paper towel or a baby wipe or something near you, because as you work with the darker colors, you're going to notice it gets on your hands. So when you go to use your white, it's going to, let me see if this light changes that a little bit. I think I'm going to do that without the light. But it'll change your white. You'll end up getting all these colors on here just from transferring from your hand. So my suggestion, do that, and you know, you'll see a better result. At this point, I will make the leopard cane. But again, use any color. But once I make that cane, I'm going to suggest to you put it in the freezer for 10 minutes, the refrigerator for 15 minutes or so, or on your ice pack that you have sitting here, because you'll see it makes it much easier to cut and they don't mush together. The colors, they stay separate and how they're supposed to be. And you'll thank me, trust me. Okay, so let's start with our brown here. Move these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. Now, you can buy these knives, blades, they're called, you know, for SKYPE. They come in all kinds of different ones. You can get ridges and, I mean, all kinds of different ones. I'm going to show you how to make handles for these because these can be very dangerous. And they do sell a pack. I don't have it here. It's over there. But where the blades have handles, so you don't hurt yourself. If you don't have the money to buy that pack and that kit, I'm going to show you, like I said, how to do something very simple. You'll always know what end is up, is right. I'm forever grabbing the blade, and I have more cuts and all over me from doing that. So it is beneficial, especially if you're working with kids. Or if you're like me, absent-minded and don't think. That's not a bad thing. It's just life. So it really does help out a lot. So I'm just going to slice it down like that. And don't slice on your board. Put something underneath of this. I mean, on your sheet. Put your ceramic tile. Look, this is what I do. And this is because I'm lazy and I don't feel like going and getting my sheet. Cut on this. So if anything gets sliced, you're not hurting your main sheet, okay? But can you see on there? Yeah, you can see on there. But I'm just going to put it like this for now. All right, so we have our brown, and I'm just going to roll it just for a second and get it a little smaller. And, you know, you can hold it like this, like a Tootsie Roll type thing, and just pull it and then put it down and just roll it. This does not have to be a perfect circle, remember? All right, and we have that, and you could push down, make it thicker. Just makes it that much thicker and sturdier. And we're going to do small. Okay, so we just have that's all we have there is our brown. You cut a piece off. Now we're going to take some black, and you can do this several ways. I'm going to cut it on your mat. See, because I'm not thinking. Cut it on your mat. That way it doesn't cut through. All right, and I'm going to roll this. And what I'm going to do with this is roll it into a thin, I don't have my rolling pin here. So I'm just going to you get these plastic tools. They also come in metal, but you get these plastic tools at your art craft store, dollar stores sell them, some of them. So, you know, use whatever you have. If you don't have a roller, use your brayer. If you don't have your brayer, use a bottle, use your Pam, your cooking spray. I use that when I make homemade pasta. I just finally bought me, I don't know how I lost my rolling pin. And I love making homemade pasta, but I didn't have a rolling pin, so I put saran wrap around my cooking spray and used that as my rolling pin. Because some of us just have to grin and bear it and understand that sometimes we can't afford everything. And if we do it that's why I love showing things you can make at home, because, you know, saves you money and you get the same result. Pasta was delicious. Okay, so you can see this is just a very thin, see how thin, piece of clay. And what you're going to do is take this that you rolled, we're going to lay that down, and we're going to roll it. And you want it long enough so it rolls around. All right, so I can see that that's definitely not long enough. We need a little bit more of a roll on this part. Just a little bit. Add more clay if you want. See, it's getting warm because it's so thin, and I'm handling it. No big deal. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to take my brown, start at that end. It's okay. You don't have to have it all covered, but you want it. And this is the first way you're going to do it. Now, you see how we have that opening? That's no big deal. But what I'm going to tell you first is cut. I'm using my mat, I know. Don't scream at me. Just lazy. Just cut those extras off because you don't want to waste this. I know it sounds funny, but I don't like wasting anything. But we have this opening. So if you roll this on your mat, it'll seal it up. Because like I said, it'll be a little jiggity, but it's okay because when we cut it, you're not going to notice. So you want to roll this with your hand. It's going to be long, a little longer. And that's going to attach that. And we have our first leopard cane. And why I love this so much is because none of these have to be perfect. You don't have to have anything perfect. So you're just going to continue on. Now let's throw some gold in there. Cut it over here. We'll throw some gold next. So let me just roll this black out into, look, you see I'm using my acrylic spray, my dilution spray. And I'm just doing that. Gonna lift it up. No big deal. Okay, let you there. Then I'm gonna take now pay mind to your colors, pay mind to your hands. You should be washing your hands, not washing, but wiping off some of the colors in between. All right, this I'm just gonna roll out. This is all you gotta do. A lot of you have watched my videos of me doing the skeleton and other projects I've done, and so many of you want me to do another clay project that we can all do together. So let me know down below if that's something that you want. I think that would be fun, but that's up to you guys. All right, now you can see this overlapped. It's no big deal. We're just going to real quick roll it because that's going to seal it and blend it together, but it's going to keep our colors. All right, so we have two of those. Let's do one more of the brown, and I'm going to try to leave it this thick. Make sure you pay attention to your blade because that's what I have to do. And I'm just going to leave this one pretty thick because I'm pretty thick. I'm like a thick girl. So let's just leave that bad boy thick. And let's take a little bit more of our black. I'm not going to cut it all the way down. I'll just do it like that. Pull that off. And we're going to flatten this. I know. It's so much fun to watch me roll these, isn't it? Are you guys bored yet? Again, roll this out. Or flatten with your hands, whatever way you want. I might do this in 2 videos. Show you this part. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Alright, so we're just going to put our clay there. Going to roll it. Pull it a little bit. If you want that to cover it, just pull it a little bit. It's so forgiving. And then roll it. And you see it covers it just like that. And that's our seam. If you take your finger down when you're working with clay, no matter what you're doing, and you kind of smooth it, it goes away. I'm going to cut off these ends of the black to save them. And then we got that. And that's much shorter than that one, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have these 3. Let's just work with those 3. Maybe I'll do this little, let me just do this little one thing. This is what happens. I get on here and I start playing and I'm like, so much fun. I don't want to stop. All right. See how little that is? That's how little we're doing. And then maybe this little piece of clay that I saved here will be enough. I'll just do it with my hand so you guys can see. Stretch it as long as you can. Just give it little pulls. It'll tear sometimes. Just push it back together. It's so forgiving. And we need that just a little bit. I thought that was my little thing. All right. And then we're just going to flatten it out just a little bit more. It's okay. It doesn't fit everything. Pull it up. Set it on there. And we're rolling it. Okay. And just roll it. Now you see we have this little end here. I'm going to pull that off. And what I'm going to do is try to flatten that a little bit. And I'm going to pull it just like I did. This is another trick. And just set it. One like that and add it. And then you have black there when you cut. So it's all different. And you can do that all the way down. You don't have to. All right. Okay, so we have these 3 shapes. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take these shapes. You're going to take your your logs, so to say, your clay logs, and you're going to set them together. All right, now this we can cut in half. You see, because it's twice as long as the smaller one. So if you cut that in half, that gives you, get it back in that shape, but that gives you more to work with. So we have this one. And then I want to put this black one in. So let's cut this in half. This brown one rather. And we'll put it here. So you see we have these three just like this. All right, and you just give them a little push, nothing major. They'll stick on their own. Doesn't matter if they deform. Oh my God, choking on my own spit. Enjoyable. Okay, so you don't want to smush them together. You just want to touch them together and give them a light pressure. And look, they stick together, no problem. Oh my goodness gracious. So cut that in half as well. So I'm going to take this little one and I'm going to lay it over by this big one. And then I'll take this one and put it in between there. See where we're going? And then this gold one here. And then we have this little teeny gold one. And you can see the color is a little lighter. So when we cut it, it won't matter. And I'm going to put that there. So we have this cute little, look how cute. Now, you can leave it like that and you can do it like that. I'm going to do the white next to show you. But this would be a great, it's going to be a darker one, but it's going to be a great leopard cane. But what I like is, we'll take all these apart. That's one thing you can do. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our white, or if you're doing purples and pink or whatever color, whatever your third color is, you want a much lighter color. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the white out and I'm going to cut this in half. I want it half to be thin and then half to be a little thicker when we add it in. And I want to get this long enough that I can cut. And this does not have to be spun on either. So I can just cut it in half and that gives me two. And then this bigger one, make it a little bit longer. Give it a small roll. I'm going to cut that in half. Because I just want to show you guys. You guys can, when you do it, you'll see. So now we're going to take our brown again, right? We're going to start over. Except this time we're going to add white in it. So white will go next before we go to put in, let's say, our gold. Okay? And then over here, we'll do a bigger one. And we will put in a small gold. So you see how that's going? Now let's build up here. So you're going to do the opposite now with this. Let's do gold. With this white one, you're going to put a gold one here. And then we'll put a white here. And then you see this white one, we'll do our brown. And then this white one. And then in between, we'll do another brown. And let's see how we're doing there? And we got all those different colors. Now, if you want to have something to go in between here so you don't have two browns, make it go over on this side. It doesn't matter. But here's where we are. This is our cane so far. So I'm going to take my hand in one hand and I'm going to give it a small squeeze. Just a small squeeze. Just a small squeeze. Now, I don't like the fact that I have two white sitting here. So really not much I can do about that right now. I can take this out. Very easy before you squeeze it. And I'm going to put in this little gold one. Oh, or it's going to all fall on me. There we go. Put that little gold one, see? And see how it changed it? Okay. So I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to just roll it a little bit. Roll it. Sorry if it's blurry. It's because of the movement. Okay, it's firm up. Oh, there we go. Just give it rolling. If you want it to be in a square, start forming your square. Take it each side. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down. You can add as much colors as you want here, as much of these, you can take all of those that we did. Come on. and put them in here as well and build this as big as you want it. This is just a little showing you how. But this is how you would make a square. You just take it and go on the sides and push it. I don't care. I'm probably just going to do it like that. Then I'm going to push. All right. And then just make it a little smaller. This is combining all of those together. Let me cut it. Then you'll go and cut it in half. Now you would want to throw it in the cold before you cut it because it's going to smash everything. But look at how cool that looks so far. Now you can see here, that's where the double brown was. So next time I will go in and put another color in there. White, you know, white's great if you want to use white. But you could use cream or a lighter brown, and that would look just as good. And then you can see we have that. So I'm going to make this into the square for a second, just to show you how simple. I don't even know if, let's see. There we go. And look how that became a square. Look how cool. So imagine doing all the different colors. Now, is this the normal leopard cane? No. I will put my leopard cane down below as well, the other one. This just happens to be the clay I have sitting here with me, and I really like it. Now, what I might do, this is really attached because it's all blended together, but you can take it now. Let's do it. Let me show you. Let's do, we have browns, golds. Let's do the light. Let's do this one. Let's flatten this out and I'll show you. Oh my God, would you please just say clear? Is it too much to ask? Now you could wrap it in black if you want. I'm going to do it with the brown here. Okay. I'm stretching the clay, playing it this way and that way, stretching the clay. So right, if there's a little hole, you just fold it over and continue. Okay, that'll be enough. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lay it here and I'm going to wrap and encase it. And you can do whatever color you want in that. So when we cut it, we have that nice, form. Right. Do like this. And roll it like we would to sew up those ends. And see how those just all became one. And then let's cut it. You want to put it in the fridge or freezer before you cut it so it doesn't mush. But you can see, can you see the black going around there now? You have that little thin black line, but then we covered in that brown. So it gives it like a really cool look. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Not digging on the white. And I think that's what is throwing me off, is that the white just kind of peeps out. However, I really I just like the way this looks. I don't know. I would love a pair of earrings or something in that. But that is how you do a cane. Did it come out a leopard cane exactly like I wanted? No, but you get the idea. You can just do the colors that you have and just make a really cool block. You know, art is, you know, fun. You start in one place and you end up in another. I have a really great cane now that I can use on my mixed media paintings and as jewelry, or I can cut them off and use them on a, if you have, all right, let me show you this. I'll do this real quick with the white. I'm going to take this white and I'm just going to make it, I don't know if it's going to be a big enough ball though. Yeah, maybe. A little bit more. Let me show you how you can use this as. All right, so we're going to make a ball, right? We got scrap clay. We just keep throwing all these little pooty things, you know, in a pile, and we got like a million different colors, right? let's just pretend like a million different colors. Doesn't matter. They're all smushed together. We don't want to throw them away. So what you do is you roll it into a ball. All right. And we have our ball. And then you're going to go in and you're going to cut very thin slices. You would put this in the refrigerator and freeze it first. Cut very thin slices of your cane and then lay it all around. It doesn't matter. You can do different kind of canes. You could do different kind of colors, whatever you got. All right, so I'm going to lay these in first. And then I'm going to cut a couple of these. Which one? Yeah. As thin as you can get it. And lay them on there. Just lay it on where you see the white. Okay, now you have all this facetted, right? It's all over the place. Put it in the palm of your hand and just rub. Lightly, but with a little bit of pressure, if that makes sense. Look, it's like I'm doing magic and my hands are going crazy. All right. And what happens is, and you can roll it on here too if you're having issues with rolling it. A couple more seconds. Oh, it's like butterfly wings. Oh, man, it's awesome. All right, wait, I'm coming. Rolling. And now you have a delicious, look, it's all one piece. All one piece. And there's a little of the white coming out, so it pulls out that white that we have in there. And it's all smooth, and it's all one piece. How cool is that? Very cool. And, you know, I like to play, you know, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do with these, but you can definitely flatten it. Yep, you can, if you could see it. And you have a nice pendant piece. Bake it, put a hole in it, and then bake it, and you're good to go. So think about that with all the different colors that you could use to do this pattern. I don't even know. It started out as a leopard cane I was going for, but it didn't turn out that way. So for me, but like I said, if you do it, you'll see it's so much easier when you have more of the colors that you're looking for. But this goes to show you, look, it doesn't matter what colors you have at home or what colors are on sale when you buy. You just play and you get, like I said, something so cool. Now, I'm going to have to title this not a leopard cane, because although I'm thrilled with how it came out and I taught you guys how to do it, I don't want people to look at it thinking that they're going to get a leopard cane at the end of my video. I'll have to do another video. All right. When I'm having a better day, get better colors out. So if you want to do this as wings, what you're going to do is you're going to slice them, and you're going to, this is how I advise to do it. You do whatever way you want. I just do a little pinch there and a little pinch here. And then see how we got? And then you can just touch it with your fingers to let that heat warm up. And you have your little butterfly, you do if I can get it on the camera, this way, Cal. And you have little butterfly wings. And then do it on this side, pinch this. Now imagine doing this in different colors, right? You just have some really cool things. All right, so we need one more. Pinch it. Attach it. And clay sticks to clay, so you're not, doing anything. All right, so then we have our wings here. And our wings here. So a little clay doll, look how cute. You have these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This one's up a little bit more. You adjust it so they're even. And you have these beautiful wings that you could put Pearl-X on, or you could paint with twinkling H2Os after it's baked to give it glitter if you want. You could put some glitter on it if you have glass glitter before you bake it, but don't put regular glitter on before you bake it or it'll melt. But look how cool. So this started out, like I said, as one project, and I just made it another. And look, if you have your little angel, you could put your white there, make your little doll. And you have angel wings, how cute! Or little bugs, or whatever you want. You can do a pendant. Now, if we, this is the fun I have. This is weird stuff that Kelly does. This is what this should be titled. I'm going to cut this in half. Look how cool that looks on the side. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to slice this in half long ways to show you. And that's the clay that we use, but look how beautiful on the outside. Oh, or it sticks to you and flies across the room. That's magic. Look how cool. It's so, oh God, I love it. 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 And you can go and take your brown or your black as well, and you can wrap it and make this your pendant. My hands are like, all right, Cal, enough with the clay today. But you can, you know, wrap around it and make these gorgeous, 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 gorgeous things. Oh gosh, I'm going to use these. Now think about doing an ATC card, for real. ATC card or a mixed media painting or whatever, and using these as your butterfly wings. How beautiful would that be? Oh my God. Awesome. So that is this lesson with the clay. It didn't turn out to be the clay thing that I absolutely wanted, but it turned out to be something better, I think, for me. And just follow along and do your own thing, and make sure you tag me or do it on your, oh, I lost my camera. 1 second. Follow along or do a video and let me see you guys doing it, and let me know what you guys think of this. I have so many requests coming up. I am going to put, like I said, my video for my leopard cane coming, you know, that you guys can go see a better, you know, it's a little longer, I think, but it's a, you know, it shows you more, you know, how to do it in a different way. Maybe you guys, you know, will see that. But that's about it. This is, I'm excited. Now my mind's going all over the place for me to do little fairy girls. Okay, so that's just how I work. Let me know down below if you guys are going to try this, and if you guys are going to make a video or tag me in the pictures. I love to see that. And let me know down below what, because I'm going to be doing a clay giveaway too. I have 2 different clay giveaways coming up. Let me know 3 colors that you would like to have for the giveaway, or what you would like to see in the giveaway. I just love this, and oh gosh. Okay, so I'm so excited, and I love you guys. And as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battles somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and I just send you all big hugs today, and I hope you all have a fantastic and safe weekend. I will see you guys later.